Now we're recording. Greet yourself on the
Jack's penis facts of the week. Did you know there's a species of sea slug that sword fight with their dicks and decide who's a woman now?
Pretty much almost every slug does that.
Okay, first up, you're over here doing that, and I know those are supposed to be owl sounds, but they sound like you're just fucking moaning through a kazoo. While he's giving penis facts.
Okay.
What the
So,
fuck?
What do you think an owl sounds like, Sansa?
Apparently, you moaning through a fucking kazoo.
I may have broken for a brief moment. Did the channel thingy over on the Giggly Cracker just change to Benny?
Yeah, I said I was doing that.
But I may have broken Wildemount for a slight bit yesterday because Dion introduced what we all thought was a tiefling at first indication. Turned out to be an Orny. No, that can't be an Orny. He's not calling everyone a puppy with a dark, growly voice.
No, he sounded like this.
He sounded like if someone shot him, he'd have taken it and appreciated it.
Motherfucker, I didn't sound like any of that.
He sounds like he's 3 steps off Gagrid.
Hold up, can I rig every single one of my rolls to be a nat 20? 1 sec.
Wait, how are you rigging your rolls? What?
1 sec. Wait for this.
Are my rolls showing up today, by the way? Good, they are.
Like, we're not talking about Gagrid on here.
On the recording. This is where Zach just appears in the chat and is like, I heard someone needs to...
Why did you say it's going to happen now? You said his fucking name. He's going to pop up in like 5 minutes.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm just so lucky.
How the
hell? Look at that shit. Oh, yeah.
I've highlighted that to try and work that shit out. It's like 1D or CS.
Alexa, shut up.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that off before you actually kill me.
How did you do that?
I'm a gamer.
Yeah, there's a mods thing there. I see that.
Don't fucking lie to me.
I love the fact that I could just hover over that shit and be like, I see mods. Oh no, mods are a different thing, but I see hacks.
I can do it the other way as well.
Is this because I said there's a potential for death in today's session? I feel like this is because I said there's potential for death.
I think you forget that Josh is a programmer.
No, I don't forget that. I just don't understand programming. So when I ask, "How are you doing that?" It's not me. It's not me like, "Oh yeah, you're a fucking wizard." It's me being like, "You're a fucking wizard. What are you doing? I don't understand you."
That's more like it. Now that's something I can believe in.
There we go. Yeah, see, that's completely... Kuiper is Kuiper has a -2 to deception?
Don't worry.
How is Waffleberg more charismatic than Kuiper? How?
Yes.
Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Dark Tides of Runeterra. We're back to this shit again.
I'm broken after this revelation that Waffleberg is a better people person than Kuiper. I'm sorry, I'm broken at this fucking revelation.
Also, just one more out-of-game thing. I will continuously tell Fred her art is amazing until she gets sick of me.
Oh yeah, no, I do too. I aggressively tell her it's amazing.
Oh no.
She gets angry at me for it, and I'm just like,
yeah. Can somebody like send me some of her art so that I can tell her this is amazing?
So
I posted some of it in voice in D&D chat.
So remember,
that's her art of 2 of my characters.
She did say that she is trying to catch up on these videos, so when she eventually gets to episode 92, she's going to be hearing this shit. And I'll be like, yes, Fred, your art's amazing.
Fred, your art's amazing.
Fred, your art is average at best. Come find me.
I'm going to have to fight you.
Oh!
For the honor of my friend who is not currently here, I'm going to have to
Fred,
fight
insulting you gets Sansa over here. I hope you're ready for a lot more of this.
I'll do anything to get Santa over here.
I just want to state that the day that I actually come over there, me and Jack being in the same might actually be a bad fit.
I'm
It's
just
gonna start. It's gonna fucking go downhill real
I'm
fast.
sorry.
I was just fucking pissing everyone off.
I'm just getting the nightmarish vision with that, where it's one of those days where I'm up at my brother's house. Rebecca's working at Spar. I go over to Spar just pick up some stuff, and then you two just rocking through the door. And given all three of you are in the same building, it
it's
just becomes a
fucking
black hole.
It's fucking 2.5 Man, and Rebecca's the kid. Oh my god. Oh good
Rebecca's
lord.
pulled Jack though.
Oh, like when they were down last time, we were like just seeing who was tall and that lot. I think Rebecca's just a bit shorter than her sister, and her sister's like 1 or 2 inches shorter than me.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure Rebecca's like taller than Jack.
I think Rebecca's like, how tall are you? 5'8", 5'9"?
I have no idea. I'm a height.
Yeah, going off of what I saw last time, like 5'8", something like that. So
I am also a height. I'm just not sure what.
I'm 6 foot.
Less than 6, more than 5.
Ranna is also 6 foot.
yeah, Ranna's tall.
Yeah, Ranna's about the same height as me.
I think
Fred
I'm about
is
5'9". But I haven't measured in years, so don't ask.
Anyway, last time you all managed to. Last time essentially, but you recreated Cliffhanger. Only without Sylvester still on.
No, you probably thought that was funny.
It wasn't.
That was though.
Yes. See, it's all about the workarounds. You've got to try and get to the joke that people don't expect. Either way, you all climb down a cliff after being shot at with a ballista and some people falling off only to fall back on. I don't know why you was grabbed. Oh, you were grabbed while you were doing your slow fall because ballista was being aimed and you can't exactly move yourself while slow falling.
No.
Which meant you would have been a target. That's why you were grabbed.
I mean, slow fall doesn't really mean magically slow falling. It just means you fall in a way that minimizes the damage.
Yeah.
Oh, we're discussing falling already.
Oh, not again.
Oh no.
Well, I got carried by the 2 flyers, so...
It's the friggin' meme thing that got passed around where it's like, yes, the big bad in the large tower commands the party to grab each other and throw them out the window. Because technically it's not doing something that would harm yourself.
Yeah.
But yes, you made it to the ice plains. You managed to get across well.
I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but I have access to my tab where I keep all my pictures.
Yeah, you do.
Are you in? No, you're not in the wrong chat. You're right there. That's weird.
Yeah, you always have access to all your pictures.
Yep.
I've never seen that before.
Is it because you're co-DM of this one technically for that one time when I needed help? What the fuck is that 693?
Hmm?
693 damage on fire
Oh,
bolts.
that's old news, Lay. Get with the times.
But yes, you managed to get across the ice plain after being stared at by a giant eye. You made it in. Alekxander managed to unleash the spider, only for the spider to get spotted by Devi, but no one really paid attention because, hey, it could be just a frost spider, baby.
Yeah, because it's just a spider. Stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Behave yourself.
It's just a spider in the frozen north. It happens.
Shut.
And you managed to actually enter the citadel finally.
Alexander's being a little sussy-wussy.
Oh, whoa.
It is not this issue.
Does this
I mean,
mean
I
when I finally
I
get
don't-
around to drawing this Rhea picture later, given that she'll be crying in it, I need to draw a tiny Among Us with giant feet in her eyes?
In all honesty, what? No, okay.
That's the new art
sorry.
meme that got passed around where it's like, you want to draw an anime crying face? Yeah, almost every single one where it's the pupils, it's a little Among Us with giant feet.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching Devil Darlings. Something about Runeterra. Bye.
But yes, you managed to make it up finally into the citadel. And as you do so, I can now actually transition to the map that gave me so much pain.
Yay, pain.
Well, the second map that gave me so much pain. The first map I just couldn't get working. That gave me so much pain. Place yourselves, if you will, up in the top left here, the only room that you should be able to see.
Ooh, how
Is that the
snug.
only room I'm supposed to be able to see?
Did I?
Okay, which one? Okay, who's on my shoulder and who's on Alex? Kuiper's on Alexander's. Mariah's on mine, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay,
Who drew a
'cause I
giant
remember
black line?
that was me by accident. I had it on the wrong thing. I do apologize.
Why is it
I
going
can't
from?
correct-
Why is it going from his crotch?
I didn't. That
Hey,
was not
that's-
intended. The line was accident.
Well,
Look, he's a fucking bull, man. Let's get over it, okay? None of yours type, anyways.
Fair. I'm not gonna
what
add.
do you know? Your guessing was correct.
I'm not gonna add Potoo or the person who made it to this map because Raka can't be here this week, and Ranna will be here when Ranna's here.
Which might be never.
Yes. So you make it up the stairs, where there is snow laying on the ground, and the walls seem to be coated in a thick ice, like kind of reflective in a way. And the room that you're in does seem to have 2 exits. How are you going about this?
I'll peek out one exit.
Which exit are you peeking out?
The one right in front of me.
Okay. Make me a Perceptium.
Perceptium.
I was about to steal someone's finger Percepti boys, but then I couldn't remember whose that was.
Percepti, boys.
Given where you are at the moment, given there is a tiny corridor there, you'd probably be able to see like this kind of
Mhm.
angle. Does seem to just lead into another small room, and with a 17 going off listen as well, you can't really hear anything in this direction.
It's like 1 second.
Okay.
Are you whispering that, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna send Sharky just a little bit ahead of me.
Okay. In that case, this boy's something's going to roll with disadvantage. Nope. And no, I'm going to say no because it's a difficult check to try and hear you while you whisper. So Sharky explores.
Uh-huh.
Seems to be another exit in here, but seems to be all quiet in this room. Doesn't
There's
really seem
another-
to be anything.
There's another room that way. Just kind of square and quiet. Which way do we want to go?
Alexander, which way does your your heart guide
Mariah's
you
already
towards
rushed.
Just watches Mariah just roll in and go. Alexander doesn't think that she's gone.
I mean, she kind of just yeeted herself with Fright's horns, I guess, because she was on top of his head.
Just launched.
Yeah, he just straightens his hat.
You just feel between your horns. There's an elastic band there. She quite literally catapulted herself.
What the hell?
Mariah, there's nothing there. Not in that
No.
one.
I'm a longhorn minotaur too, so that's interesting.
I mean,
Oh,
there is another.
There's another door, but there's nothing currently in there.
Watch
Alexander,
through that door.
I don't
Yes.
know, but don't run off.
Alexander, what's through the door that you're currently at? Can you see anything?
Is there anything to look through?
Make me. Yeah, it's an open thing. There's no door there. Make me a perception.
Kind of scruff Mariah, like, no. What was that noise?
I don't know. I was making noises for Sharky Teeth earlier, and I just kind of continued. I don't know.
It's just Scruff Mariah, and that's the noise you hear.
It's a 20. That's pretty fucking good for me.
My mind's in a weird place today. Oh, hey, it's Yeti.
You see what seems to be a troll with his back towards you, just
Troll.
muttering as he's just looking about the place. Just like, nothing here. No one
There is a-
there.
Just under his breath. There is a troll. We might want to go the other way.
Fred is stopping everything for a second. He has known this man for approximately 3 days by now, and never in those 3 days has he heard this man not want to fight something. I misjudged you, Alexander. You are a strategical individual. He starts going the other way. You have impressed me.
Alexander is normally a more fighty type, but Alexander is aware that there are stakes, and the odds are against us. I can be strategic when I want to be, it's just that I prefer to be more upfront.
Sending Sharky ahead.
Into this next room.
Into this one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that one actually hurt. I'm going to stop.
It should be noted as well, I forgot to draw this onto here. 'Cause technically this walls this off for some reason, I don't like why.
I want to state how much Sharky, by the way, looks like the freaking squirrel from Ice Age. Just like it's got that imagery in my head of just the big bulging eyes as he's just like running across the edge, just like.
Don't forget, he's
Why
got
don't
like a
that
little
work?
fiery mohawk now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right,
Because
because it's
he is-
not
He is
online.
Wildfire Spirit now.
That's the wrong color.
He doesn't disappear when I'm not using him, but I can resummon him now. If he does die.
I have no idea if that even works. Okay, let's make this a nice, clearer color.
He's technically a little elemental.
Can you see a little green line on one of the walls?
Yeah.
That's a door.
Oh.
Mainly because it walled that area off, and I was like, yes, I forgot to do something for that. There is a door. There also seems to be a clear pathway to the left and to the right. Okay, you've rushed in.
I stepped into the room.
It's just like you went straight into the middle.
I didn't mean to go straight into the middle. I was just trying to get into the entrance.
That's fine.
I just overshot it.
Just out of curiosity, are you being sneaky quiet or
Probably be stealthy.
make a stealth check, please? Yep, you're fine. Just nothing seems to be in here aside from two other pathways and a door.
I'm gonna send Sharky through here.
Okay.
Catch up a little bit.
We're just doing minion scouting.
Yeah, I kind of realized that.
Yeah. Have a horde of pets, might as well use them.
So,
Half
They are
of the
They're
familiars, though.
90% expendable.
Sharky Teeth wanders into this room. And as he does so, using stats for a rat, because I do believe...
No.
He goes off your stats now?
No, he has his own stats for the Wildfire Spirit.
In that case, dex save, please.
One second. Wildfire Spirit. It is...
Tiny fine. Possible.
2... Well,
Let me just check. Make sure that this isn't Josh shenanigans.
yes, Josh went into my sheet. But to be fair, I still have access to Josh's sheet.
That, and
I
that wasn't rolled off any sheet. That was quite literally rolling with the command.
Yeah.
Still. Sharky Teeth is fine, as what seems to be the floor just cracks out from underneath him, leaving
He can fly.
a deep hole.
Fly. Funny thing is, he can fly, so he's just kind of hovering there.
But he wasn't flying initially.
Yeah, but he can just start flying.
Which doesn't matter because he got a nat 20 anyway.
He's fine.
Exactly.
He's just like grows little fiery wings and is just like.
So there does seem to be a pit there in the middle of the room.
It's like,
Jesus Christ, this boy be dense.
Sharky says there's a pit.
Oi, nothing to you.
Well, I mean, it is a pit. Oh, wait, that was sorry.
Nothing to you. Kuiper.
Hi.
Since you haven't moved yourself along with the rest of the party.
Well, I was on Alexander, so
That is fair. As your feet, Mariah, since you're the closest one there, you do feel something scrape through a tunnel. So, chucking downstairs. Nothing seeing, nothing doing.
Nope. Bye bye. She will slowly start walking away, just silently, like, not dealing with that today.
Stealth check, if you would.
Hmm?
Stealth check, if you would.
Sure.
Because let's face it, with how this boy's been rolling, you're most likely going to win unless it's a nat 1. And even then, I won't put past this troll getting a nat 1 too. As said. Yeah, you're fine.
Good.
What's funny is, other than her hair, Mariah basically blends in with the place.
So,
Is this a closed door?
it is closed at the moment, yes.
Can I try the handle, see if it's locked?
You go to reach for the handle, and it does seem to be iced over.
Oh, that's easy. Guys, it's safe in this room.
No, just waiting. Because you were doing things, so I didn't want to say anything.
I was just wondering why no one was moving. But she kind of uses the Fire Genasi racial ability.
Okay.
Which I can't see right now.
As she does that, can Fright look up into the room that the troll was in, now that he's no longer in that room?
Oh, sorry. You can't do that.
You'd see pretty much that, and given there's only one cube left, I may as well just do that.
Okay, so that room's basically a dead end?
It loops back around into the room you were starting in.
Okay, and then the room down below, is that a dead end?
No, there does seem to be this way.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's also said there's a pit in the middle. That fell out from under Sharky. But she's going to use the produce flame cantrip to kind of melt the ice on the handle.
Okay. So as you take a flame to this ice to just slowly melt it. It does melt. It takes a little bit of time, but it does. Okay.
Can I try the door again?
Give me 1 momento.
Also,
Okay.
fire in a building completely made of ice.
The two that are closest, which would be Mariah and Fright, please make me perception checks.
You said perception?
Yes, please.
Cool.
You hear, coming from behind, just like loud sniffing in the air, and then, do I smells burning? I think I smells burning. It's not good. It's fire. There is a fire. And you hear scraping in the tunnel again.
Oh, wonderful.
Try the door.
Okay, you trying the door? Are you being careful or just
Well-
boom in safety?
While she's doing that, Fright is stepping over Mariah, and he's gonna get ready to go around the pit in this room because he's got spider climbing. He doesn't have to worry about the pit.
Okay,
I am being careful.
okay. So make me another stealth. If you make me a sleight of hand actually, because this is less you sneaking and more carefully trying to operate this door. Yep, you're fine. You do manage to get it open quietly.
Can I see anything inside?
You can when it lets me reveal the area and not obscure it again. You see pretty much like this kind of area.
Take a step inside.
Okay. You step inside. Probably reveals like just this much more.
Kind of peek around the edge.
Left or
so-
right?
To the left.
Okay.
Seems to be more open space there.
As you peek towards the left, make me a stealth check, if you would. You just about manage to peek, and luckily catch it just at the right time. As you peek around,
Kind of look behind me to Alexander. Someone's in there.
Right then. What do you suggest then?
The other way. By the pit.
Right. Alexander will start going the pit direction, looking
Okay.
both ways before going too far.
so
Like he's in a fucking
Door.
car safety app.
Kind
I'll
of
just
gently.
yeah,
door.
lean
Fair.
forward and peek with him.
Yeah. I mean, Fright is using spider climb to stay along the wall, so if he needs to, he'll get closer to the door and look.
yeah, you'd be able to just to look through this place. Okay, but you
Yeah.
can generally stick around the outside and you won't fall in. It's not like that
okay.
deep. It's not like that wide of a pit. It's just like the center of the room collapsed.
Well, I mean, Fright's still using spider climb
Yep.
just in case. It's always on, so he doesn't have to really worry about it.
Drag Mariah.
Mariah, you are dragged. What's your reaction?
Rebecca? You are muted. Are you aware?
Are you AFK or BRB? I take that
If
as
they,
potential.
if they are either of those, they
there
won't
we
be answered.
So Mariah's dragged. Mariah's dragged. What is Mariah's reaction?
What?
Mariah is being dragged away from the door. What is your reaction?
By whom? The troll?
No, by Delris.
Oh. She's gonna be grumpy.
Okay. So it's just like
She's gonna like fold her arms and like do an angry sigh, but just let it happen.
okay. So you're dragging Mariah into the pit room, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If Alekxander moves.
Is there enough room for Alexander to move in?
Yeah, as I said, it's only just the center of the room where the circle is that's collapsed.
Alexander will just move to the corner. He considers it convenient to give everyone room to get in.
Alright.
Mariah must move.
I'll peek down the hole.
It's in the hole.
It's in the hole.
Damn it.
That's
I
what
was moving
it's
it
the
and
orb.
it didn't go to plan.
As you're peeking through the hole, Fright is peeking through the doorway.
Let's see
I can see 120
if he
feet
can
down
be that,
if that changes
and
anything.
if he can actually also be smart.
Smart boy, not smart.
He's still following his nose, but he's not smart enough to look right.
Smart boy!
So he quite literally just walks over to the door. It's just like, oh, door's working. Just hear the door open, and
You
the
know,
guard just go.
he can't physically get through that doorway. That's amazing.
Oh no, he can. The trolls have been quite literally squeezing themselves down these corridors. You can hear ice grating as they force their bodies through.
What is grating against the eye? What is grating against the ice?
Well, you see their
No.
hard little armor-like pieces on their arms.
I'll let you off.
But you do hear just like enter and just a bit of muffled conversation between him and this guy.
If we can hear conversation, I'm assuming, therefore, we know that's not a thrall.
Given he's talking, you can assume that's not a thrall.
Because they wear the same armor.
Okay, let's move through while he's distracted.
What's down the hole?
You're having a peek down the hall.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check if you would.
I have Devil's Sight if that changes anything.
It just means that, you know, it's the darkness of this deep pit isn't going to really affect you too much.
No.
Well, you see shininess down below, but you're not sure if that's treasure, dropped gold, or maybe spikes.
Okay. Is the bottom of this pit beyond 120? Beyond my vision?
I'd say no. It's not that far. It does look like it goes beyond what the floor you just was on goes.
Well, we can go down there as a backup plan, but only if we are greedy.
Through that way.
Okay.
Is the way that Fred is currently looking down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Fred.
I said Fright.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, again, just his pickly room. From what you can tell from this angle.
He's going to look to both his right and his left as he's entering through the doorway.
Groovy.
Not crossing just yet.
As you do so, please do make me a perception check, if you would.
Cool. Dirty 20.
Seems clear, but you do see what seems to be a small hole on this wall.
Entrance exit?
Not big enough for someone to squeeze through. Oh, you mean where the entrance exits? Here. It's another one. Basically anywhere where you can't see these blue wall type things is...
It's clear at the moment. Friday's going up towards the small hole. Does it lead into the other room, or what's the deal with it?
The deal is, I'm going to need you to make me a dex save.
For what?
For what seems to be something shooting out of the hall as soon as you step in the room.
Oh, okay. I thought the floor was falling again. I was about to say I don't have to.
So as you step in, you feel some of the ice just kind of sink into the floor until you realize It's the tile, it's the panel that you're on. As an icicle shoots out of the wall towards you.
Yeah. Hi, I return.
Aye.
Take 8 ice damage. Well,
Nice.
cold damage.
Cool. He's immune to that, anyways. Not immune, but he's immune to cold affection. He's still damage. He's just not slowed.
Yeah. But the rest of you do see Fright wander into the room, only to then just wince slightly. You just hear like a thump.
Fright is instantly going to take the spike out of him. It's a popsicle.
Do you know what the funniest part is? If I wanted to be the ultimate dick with how this has happened, I'd make you roll another deck save since Mariah's on the tile. But no, I'm gonna say it takes a while to reload.
I mean, also the tile would have to reset.
Mariah quite literally hopped
Yes.
on the just before you got off to keep it
And
moving.
also,
Bouncy castle.
also, don't Yordles weigh like nothing because their physical forms aren't real?
They do have a
What?
physical weight.
Do they?
They do with
I was
50,
gonna
otherwise
say,
it
what
gets
the
broken as fuck.
I thought in League lore Yordles weighed like nothing. That's why I was like thinking that we could carry them everywhere. I mean, we
It's
still
like just
can.
Yeah.
breeze in the wind and you just fly away.
Well, their physical bodies aren't real; they're spirits.
So, yep, everything seems fine. Now,
He's moving around to make room for the others.
okay. Are the rest of you making your way in? And if so, I just need to know who's last exiting this place.
Alexander's being patient, so
Okay. So, Delris.
just gonna push Mariah forward just a little teensy winty bit, and then sidestep.
Delris, make me a perception check before you exit this room.
Huh? What?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Are you right there?
My kind of drooping.
Oh,
It's the pills because they're kind of.
so a good boy troll wanders out again, almost breaking the door a second time as he does. But as he does so, you notice something. Or at least you would do if it weren't for the fact that it won't place over the tile itself, so I'm going to have to move this to the front. To front. Alt. He sees... Alt. There we go. He seems to be carrying a chest.
Well, I'm not loot greedy.
Oh no, it was Delris. What a shame.
You
Oh,
you
to be fair,
Imagine if that
neither-
was 90% of the rest of the party.
neither of the twins are kind of loot greedy, so neither of them would have risked anything going for the chest.
You're saying 90% of the rest of the party, yet all I heard was Potoo.
Potoo's already in the chest trying to steal everything in it. That's why
See,
Ranna's not here to do
you
it.
say chest, I say troll bento box. It's probably just his lunch.
So who's having a look down this one?
Lee,
Yes,
I'm gonna have to go.
big oofs.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay.
It's fine, no worries. I'll see you tomorrow.
Over. Bye guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Same time tomorrow as usual.
She's gone.
Cry about it.
I'll take that as a maybe.
It hit her hard.
So I'll just say that Delris is still sticking with you at the moment, but I'm not going to move her talking around because clutter. But it's the same situation as Potoo at the moment. So, Who's having a look down this one?
I mean, could Mariah not already see down there?
Make me a perception, Mariah. As I basically lay out what the room is going to be viewed visually wise anyway. Okay. Yeah, again, empty room. From what you can see here, you probably have to spit your head around to get the full view. But something you do notice with that 16, just about. A hole very similar to what Fright just got shot with lies here.
He wants to get shot by an icicle.
Okay.
No one?
You say shot by icicle. I say a popsicle. He licks the blood off the ice again.
That looks
Refresh.
like fun.
Yes, why don't you go grab yourself one?
So while that's happening, Alekxander and Kuiper, you hear
Yes.
the troll's voice get louder as he enters this room, just squeezing through the hole. And you hear him say, not the payment to the tiding. And you see him quite literally chuck the chest into the hole.
Question.
He's
Yes.
paying the ice notice.
How's that working?
What?
There's a wall there. He's not fully
He's
in the room,
he's
and he can't
technically-
fully fit.
He's technically in the room. I just didn't want to, overlap the hole.
Then how big that is? Wouldn't he have to make a dexterity saving throw because he is technically a large creature and covers over the hole
He
because of his
technically,
size?
he technically has one leg there and one leg there. He
Hmm.
could probably fall in the hole. Was he not already so used to this place?
Hmm.
Who the hell is going business down the?
Sorry,
that-
my sister's texting me.
I'm surprised that picked up on the microphone.
Oh, it's National Slap Your Younger Sibling Day today. Did you know that? I'm
Oh,
gonna
hell yeah!
I'm gonna slap my sister and brother. I'll be right back.
Is that why I heard your dad taking off in the car?
When?
It was a joke.
Oh,
But
I
yes,
took it seriously.
he chucks it down. Essentially,
Does
but
he?
the way I'm explaining this is he's technically peering out of this corridor. I just need to move it somewhere where he's a bit more visible. He's basically just leaning in and being like, yeet, before moving back in.
Okay.
So essentially, but he didn't go in far enough to see any of you.
I was just trying to be cheeky about it.
I know. But as you move in here, Mariah,
Cheeky fuck!
oh look, there's another door to your right. And essentially, but as you step in, make me a dex save. Once you come back from, did you actually go off to do that?
Oh.
I think so, yes.
God damn it.
Oh.
We here at the Dark Tides of Runeterra don't endorse slapping your siblings unless they deserve it.
I do.
I do as well.
Do it anyway.
Yeah.
They're just born. They're born on this date. Yeah, slap them.
Teach those little shits a lesson. You're the alpha sibling.
Teach them from a young age.
Yeah. Invoke fear in them. Teach them how cruel the world really is. Even if you're like 2-3 years older than them. Fucking do it.
Is this the session where we just get a channel deleted for
I
inciting
did actually
violence?
see somebody earlier asking, should I strap weights to my baby so they'll grow big and strong?
Yes.
Who the hell's trying to do an anime training routine on their baby?
Yes.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Make me a dex save.
Did you slap them good?
Oh. Empanada.
So, you see Mariah enter and then dive off to one side, and nothing happens. There was no panel in this room to activate whatever this is.
Cool. I'm holding on to Kuiper, and I'm walking into the room, having Kuiper pointed towards the wall just in case.
Very well. Past the Kuiper day.
He's my moon shield.
Can you make it through this entire citadel without ever once touching the floor?
Yeah, he jumped off actually, so he has touched the floor.
Okay. He jumped off only to be picked back up. Like, no.
No, he's the moment that he's no longer needed as a shield, he'll be put back onto the ground.
So, yes, you enter here. No icicles fly up. Nothing collapses underneath. There is another passageway seemingly here. Another hall here.
In the hole here.
Yes. Like, same kind of size hole as what the icicle came out of.
We're just gonna plug that hole with the chunk of ice that was shot into him, and then he's gonna proceed to look through the doorway. Or Alekxander can, who's like right there. Doesn't really matter.
So, as you plug this hole up, as you push it in, you hear a bit of a chink noise come from within. Almost as if it's hit something at the end.
Cool. To humor the DM, we'll look. And by look, I mean we're just gonna break the hole open and pull out whatever's in there, even if it's a bunch of machinery.
So you're trying to break the wall.
Sure.
Well, trying
No.
to break the hole, essentially put.
Yeah, break the hole, not the wall itself. You know, like if there's ever like a hole in, like you see like some concrete and there's segments of the concrete that's like cracked and stuff and the center's missing and you start to pull at the others. It's kind of like that.
Do you do siege damage by any chance?
Do I do see? Do I do see? I don't know. There's only one class that does, and that's Berserker. Barbarians.
Path of the Juggernaut does it as well.
Whatever you're planning. Quietly now.
Path of the. Oh yeah, from fucking
Matt
Critical Role.
Mercer's thing, yeah.
I mean, Berserker's also Matt Mercer's thing as well.
But
Yeah,
just make me a. It's no point making you roll an attack roll because unless you get a nat 1, you're hitting the wall.
mhm.
So make me just a strength check. Let's see how this goes.
Wow, not very good.
No, he's just hitting at the wall, but
I mean,
doesn't
not
want to
really.
seem to
Cool.
want to make the hole any bigger.
Alrighty, we're putting Kuiper up against the hole. Use your little hands.
Hmm?
Use your little hands and grab whatever inside.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Okay.
You've got smaller hands than I do, and you're not a child, so it's not child labor, so you don't get rights in this situation.
It looks like he's about to put his hands in there. Just a little mage hand comes out of one of his hands and just tries to grab whatever inside.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
clever.
You really know fun. You know that, right?
I know.
So
Killjoy, right?
as the mage hand
Mm.
reaches in, can you feel what's in there as you reach it with your mage hand?
No.
Okay. So you just know when it gets something.
Isn't the mage hand like it's
I would
own
have to be
entity?
like looking in to see where the mage hand is going, but
It just seems to be going straight down. And then with what illumination the mage hand does give off in this hole, because I'm assuming it's got like a little ethereal glow to it.
well, I've got devil sight.
That too. But The ethereal glow is for anyone else looking in.
Okay.
But
Kuiper, has anyone ever told you that your eyes are unsettling?
Yes, quite a bit.
there does seem to be, at the end, a golden handle.
Oh, there we go.
And just from your devil sight, you could see like a chilling aura around it. Like it's almost freezing the air.
Yep.
Luckily, that doesn't affect a mage hand. So as your mage hand grabs it, what are you doing with it?
Pull.
Pulling it does nothing.
Ah. So it's a handle. Is it like a pull chain?
It's kind of like just a bar that's in there, like
Okay.
affixed or something.
You'll try all the directions.
Okay, you push, nothing doing. But as you turn, it does start to turn to the right a full 180 degrees. And you hear a rumbling.
Oh, there we go.
As the wall begins to rise and reveal a passageway.
Do 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 do.
So congrats, you now have 2 ways to go. Secret passageway.
Really.
That is on
You
the
have-
token layer. That should be on
You
the
have
map
to
layer.
understand, Fright. The last time I pulled something out of a wall, it wasn't very pleasant. Granted, that was at the Shadow Isles, but you get the idea.
Sorry, are you telling me that you reached into an undead glory hole?
Give me a moment. Yes, I guess you could say that.
Ah. Cool,
Yes,
maybe
you could say that. Don't.
But don't. I will harm you.
You could say that, but please do not.
Yes, I don't doubt you will. Lead the way.
Okay. So Kuiper is leading the way down the tunnel. Oh god, that mole's on the television. So you lead your way down the tunnel. Is everyone else following, or are people checking out the other room?
Yeah, I'll
The
follow.
other room was the other room.
To the right here.
Sure, I'll very quietly look.
You have a peek.
Yeah, have a peek. I no longer.
I no longer. Chest is revealed.
I don't. Well, now you put it that way.
Does this person troll look friendly?
He looks asleep.
Oh no, you're not doing this to me. You are not doing this to me.
Or am I?
Oh no. Guys, should I risk it? She
I
whispers.
What
Hold
would Mariah do in this?
Oh, I would do it.
Then do it.
What would
Push
Mariah do in this
that.
coxgun?
Push that button. Do it.
I mean, can Alekxander see if there's any other ways through this room?
There is the secret tunnel that Kuiper just unlocked. Oh, you mean the one where the troll's in?
Yeah.
Yes and no. There does seem like there was once somewhere to go through, but it seems to have been frozen over in a giant pillar of ice.
I don't think that room's worth it.
There is the
Yes.
chest.
But what about there's something absolutely incredible in that chest that is life changing?
Mariah, we're going to find a ton of chests in this place.
What if it is a gun?
I'm sure we'll find some more guns in a place that doesn't want to kidnap me.
Troll is still sleeping.
Fright is gonna lean down to Mariah. What if it's a cannon?
I
You're
thought you
a
were about
terrible
to.
influence.
I thought
That's
you were
coming
about to do
from
the
me.
thing of what if it's two guns.
Kuiper's
I
hopping
am
off and
a
he's gonna start
horrible
sneaking.
influence. Yeah, as they're doing that, Fright has already started going into the secret room. He's not taking a chance. He's just wanting to cause their distraction in case anything happens.
I'll
Okay.
do a. Give me a moment.
So where are you going,
Alexander
Kuiper?
is-
Sorry.
I am sneaking into that room.
Yeah,
to
he's
open
he's
that chest.
he's pushing the button.
So you two, you and Mariah are pushing the button for the chest.
Button?
I was just using Fright's terminology. It's actually what you're going for the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make me stealth as
There's
well
my
then, Mariah.
Okay. Mm.
Oof,
Let us see if no, he is.
that's a
That's a
D10.
D10. Have I been rolling D10s all this time?
Yes.
No. Wait,
for a little
what?
while.
Really?
Okay, yeah, no, he still doesn't beat either of your stealths. He is still asleep
Oh.
as you get to the chest.
I'm
This-
gonna check out this secret route while Walls Free go and get themselves killed.
Not them two.
No,
I'm more
Fright's already checking out the secret route with it. He just sent them in there as distraction in case anything happens.
So, are
Fair
you heading just to the end of it and peeking in, or are you just going enough so that you can get
I'm
an
just
idea?
gonna look in. I'm not leaving without those two.
Okay.
I'm just having a nosy.
So basically, just from where you are, try and see what you can see.
And I will do the thing where I think really hard. You got any no scouting information for me?
The spider will respond with, "There's a lot of shiny shit down this hall. There also seems to be a few extra hidden tunnels here that I seem to be just discovering. Probably not for anyone worth your size, but if you give me a while, I may be able to get to points where you can't access them from the other side for you."
Alexander will again just think really hard. Yes, that sounds good.
Yep. And from what you can see in the tunnel at the moment is roughly, I'd say like this much.
Fucking frost garden. Of course, it's a fucking frost garden.
The frost guard seems to be looking in this kind of direction.
Every root in this place sucks.
The chest does seem to be unlocked. I now have the
Basically
dickish
the-
idea to make this actually be
a
just a bento
once-over.
box.
Please do.
You give it a once over, it doesn't seem to be trapped, seems to be unlocked. There is one slight issue. There's a troll hand on it.
Shit.
Grit the shed.
Know what you need to do?
Well, Kuiper is gonna look through his components pouch for a feather and just itch his nose.
Okay. Let's just see. And on top of that, let's see if he can.
To basically get him to just slap his head or something.
He fails the con save and lets out a mighty sneeze, and yet does not fully wake up from it. He just moves his hand that was on the chest to just wipe under his nose.
Yep. Get open that chest as soon as possible.
Yep. And as you open the chest, I am going to roll on the loot gen.
Yay.
Inside, you will find. What the fuck is that? Oh no. Okay. You find what seems to be a stylish silk robe that is emblazoned with, and I need to roll for this, 5 serpents. all brightly coloured.
Ooh.
A robe with snakes in it.
With snakes emblazoned on it.
Emblazoned on it. I thought you literally meant there were just snakes on it. I was like, well, that's great.
You also find a sandwich.
Oh, I'll take the sandwich.
I'll get everything
I'll
out of
forget
here before we start making checks.
I think if it's a full sandwich, it might be worth like a good 50 grand.
So
Maybe.
you take that. And with that does seem to be all that there was in there. Just a sandwich and this cloak.
Sandwich and cloak, that's it.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's sneak out.
I already
Hello.
done then. Who we get? It took a while, but he was summoned.
And I'll make a check on this here robe.
Okay. Oh no. So, on the robe. Yep, that's a pass. This is the robe of serpents.
God, who'd have guessed that one?
As a bonus action on your turn, you could transform one of the robe's serpents into a giant poisonous snake. The snake instantly falls from your robe, slithers into an unoccupied space next to you, and acts on your initiative count. It can tell friendly creatures from hostile ones and attack the latter. It disappears in a harmless puff of smoke after 1 hour when it drops to 0 hit points or when you dismiss it.
Sorry, so what you're telling me is you've got a snakeskin robe now.
And once detached, a snake can't return to the robe. When all the robe snakes are detached, it becomes a non-magical garment, and it does require attunement. But as such, you put, congrats, you've got a thing that can summon up giant poisonous snakes.
Okay, yeah.
Also, we've got a Ranna.
Oh, yeah.
Hi,
Hello.
Ranna.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
On top of that, Kuiper, can I ask you to make me one last check?
What check?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Let's just see what you got. That is a 25. As you're just checking this cloak, realizing that there's something a bit off in it, you realize that the sandwich is also giving off a magical aura.
I presume Mariah's holding that, because Kuiper wouldn't have took that.
Please tell me it's the toast.
The what?
I am holding that
Toast.
sandwich so proudly.
The toast?
Yeah, you slap it in your loot zone, you get 130 grand.
It's not the toast.
Referencing.
This is so dumb, but I'm using it because it's dumb. You've heard whispers of a fabled magical item before, Kuiper. One
Sandwich.
created by the most unusual of wizards. You feel like this might be a death sandwich.
A death sandwich.
You say the most unusual, but that sounds like something Waffleberg would make.
Yes,
So,
unusual.
Essentially put, if you could trick someone into eating the sandwich fully, or if someone just eats its sandwich fully, they have to make a con save. And they get to make that con save one time for each of the 6 hours this thing takes effect. If they fail the first one, well, essentially put, stuff happens in each hour. If they fail all 6 con saves, the creature dies.
It's basically exhaustion the sandwich.
Essentially put, yes.
Fair
That
enough,
sucks.
it's exhaustion the sandwich.
The only difference is the effects that happen to the person over those hours aren't exhaustion. What happens with exhaustion until the death part. It does actually have a list of what happens with them. But that's for the DM to say when someone actually eats the sandwich.
I just looked in general chat. Is that another heckin' cat Nico I see?
Yeah, that's her skin.
I love it.
But yes, you have a magical cloak and you have a magical sandwich.
So who wants this cloak?
Also, just to capture up Potoo. They've just been exploring the citadel. They found a secret tunnel. Kuiper and Mariah just about managed to get a couple of items away from this sleeping troll. This troll here threw another chest into this hole here, claiming to be paying the tithe. And I'll just place you roughly here. So yes, Kuiper is asking who wants a cloak.
Ooh, I'm coming.
Someone wants a cloak.
Someone's really interested. Well, if nobody
Dog
wants it,
cutter.
I suppose I will keep it.
Alekxander has to admit, it's a bit lost on me.
I mean, I could probably stuff it in here somewhere.
Whoever doesn't wear the cloak, you never know when snakes could be useful.
I think you know full well that Alekxander would consider that a little bit passive for Alekxander in most situations.
I'm pretty sure you would enjoy a cloak of bear summon.
You know what? Fuck it. If nobody's taking it, I'll take it.
Finally.
So,
Somebody with sense.
you have the robe of serpents.
Cool. No, I think I lost connection, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna follow Alekxander until I get back.
Okay.
Okay.
So Alekxander, you peered down. You've seen one of the frost guards looking off in the other way.
Oh, the bird caught up with us. Hey, you're stealthy, aren't you?
Mm,
Do you want to go check out that room?
which
It's
room?
actually worth sneaking away from it, yes?
They've opened up a room in a wall, which is actually a secret corridor, which is here, which leads into this large room here.
Oh. Can I send Debbie down it? Probably through the wall, because if there's a guard at the end, I don't want anyone getting caught.
So you send Devi down. Can Devi please make me, if Devi has his own stats? I can't remember.
I don't think we ever made him a sheep.
God damn it. Do we have stats for sharks? 50.
I think there's a specific.
Shark. Hunter shark, reef shark, giant shark. We'll call it reef shark because that's the smaller sharks. Stealth goes off deck, so it would be a +1. But given the ghostiness, let's bump that up to a... Because it's smaller as well, and ghosty. Let's bump it up to a +3.
Ooh. That is an 18.
Okay. So. That's an 18. Unfortunately, it's meet and beat. So, Devi does make it into the room. Devi will scout out and reveal the room. What has happened there? I tried to highlight and it did absolutely feck all. There we go. What the hell's happening?
Debbie says no.
Game having...
No, you cannot.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
which means that now that everything's
Oh
revealed.
my Christ.
Okay. And the trolls. So only 2 people spot it. Oddly enough, that being this archer here and the initial guy. The initial guy just sees it way through. This archer guy sees it because Devi quite literally pops up in front of his face.
There's a shark in my
And they're
face.
just staring down this ghost shark.
How are things going in there?
Devi might be staring down one of them in the face.
Well, this is going to sound really dumb. Act natural.
He's going
You
to...
aren't part of any scouting team, no.
The shark
not
just
us.
conjures up a little shopping trolley and just starts going along the floor.
Conjures up a little shopping trolley, goes over to the chests, starts opening. But
Leaves little spiritual buddy.
he will, this archer, will pull out one of the arrows from his quiver. Just look Devi in the eyes. And just try and stab down into the head. Remember again, it's Devi you're familiar.
I mean, he didn't start out as a familiar. I think you guys started labeling him that way.
I
But
just need to know on the circumstances of just in case he dies here and can't be brought back.
Oh, I swear to God, if you murder Devi, Devi's technically already dead.
We already know Ghost can die again. But he isn't indeed going to make an attack. Unfortunately, given that he is an archer, and he is quite literally just trying to stab into someone's head, he's just going to get his basic strength bonus.
Is there any way I can have Devi dodge? That go through, or is Discord shitting the bed?
I'm thinking it. I'm going to give this... Okay, instead of having Devi dodge, I'm going to give this guy disadvantage given he quite literally took his time to pull out the arrow. Because if he was like, I don't know what to do here, but I think I have an idea. So Devi would have a chance to be like, oh shit, therefore the disadvantage. Because if he misses with this other attack, Devi will pretty much have just swam back through the wall.
Okay.
Let me check what the AC is on one of these sharks. I closed the page on the bloody sharks.
I'll have to come up with some sort of stat thing because
Okay. Let me just check something as well. Because you know how it is.
yep.
Resistance, immunities. Yeah, again, ghosts have no weakness. That seems dumb.
I mean, I imagine ghosts would have holy weakness.
Undead weakness. De facto vulnerable to radiant, blah blah blah. But this obviously isn't a radiant weapon. So, looking at the health of a reef shark, and then looking at how much damage this arrow is going to do. Devi does survive, but Devi is also being stabbed in the head with what seems to be a crossbow bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I feel like I've done something dumb. Let's see what immunities are. Okay. So take that 8 that was there for the damage.
Mhm.
Half it because resistant to piercing. So Devi just kind of gets poked through the head with the arrow and then swims back through the wall. And I guess this guy's going to have to roll an insight on this shit. Well, you know, all of them are, because quite frankly,
It's
folks,
like-
they were having a rowdy little
I'll
talk,
be back in a moment.
and then this ghost happened, and it's like, yeah, that's
It
not
was
right.
Discord shitting time.
Oof. Why am I breaking up?
Time for Discord. The shit, the bread.
Actually, I don't know if it's Discord or just internet in general, as I tried to roll a d20 and
Well,
feck all is happening. And I have dropped down to red, I see that. I can't have a session without stuff going wrong.
mm,
Am I coming through for anyone, by the way? Alright, let me just quickly pause the recording. Okay, so sorry about that. A bit of a... I don't even know what happened there. That was just Discord messing up on my end.
like feed his Discord, her Discord.
So, anywho. What did I roll for that? An 11 on an insight. And the others have to roll as well for those two. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm making egg rolls at the moment.
They're trying
Can I
to
have one?
work out what was going on
Yeah.
with Ghost in the wall.
Potoo sent Devi into the room, and unfortunately Devi kind of popped out in front of one directly.
And got stabbed in the head.
So, yeah, and then he got stabbed in the head. Poor guy.
I mean, look, Ghost in the Wall is a bit of a rip-off to Ghost in the Shell, but they should still enjoy it nonetheless.
Luckily,
Ah,
we're not in
yes,
a shell.
shark in the wall.
So only one of them seems kind of suspicious about the whole thing. The rest,
The rest are
they've
just like,
seen other things. Not to mention, actually, yeah, no, someone does have to roll something extra on top of that, the one that passed. So
I
one
mean,
of
they're
them,
still having to get rid of infested ghosts.
this guy
Yeah,
here
that'd be
does wander over to the wall, checks it, and just looks over to his mates. And those that are near to the hall, well, near to the entrance, would hear him mutter, I swear that lady needs to keep hold of her pets. Damn freaky fucking fish. And moves back to here.
cool. I just realized that Belvath is the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yes, everything seems fine, but this room is pretty much crowded. And yet again, because I forgot to do so, because of course I did, I always do. Just like it was up there with Delris's door, there's a door here.
So, what's the plan?
How many did you say was in that room?
5. 2 big. 3 not so big.
That
Hmm.
is,
We've taken on more.
well, I'm not going to lie. Alexander was hoping to try and keep it quiet as long as we could, and he's not exactly a stealthy man. That is a lot to get past. One way or
I'm
another.
sure if we tell them to die quietly, they might. That came out a little more sinister than I had hoped.
Suppose. How smart are the trolls? They're not fairly that intelligent, right?
There's just a chorus from in the room of smart push, smart, smart push, smart.
And I suppose it wouldn't be too hard to get them at each other's throats. To the magic casters in the room, if you've got something you can do of that nature, maybe get them to start wielding on each other to distract them as we run for the door.
Give me a moment. He starts flicking through his book.
This pleases Alekxander.
By the way, like you never mentioned, does the Cloak of Serpents require attunement?
It does.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, while spell searching happens,
Are there any... Well, do we know if there's any, like, loose objects in the room, like rocks or...
I mean, there's 2 chests.
Yeah, anything lighter than...
Potentially what's in the chests.
I mean,
Like little bits of ice, just general debris and things like that.
Yeah, there's like general debris, there's snow on the ground, but snow's not really going to be that effective of a weapon, but where there's snow, you can assume there's going to be some chunks of ice.
That's fine, I'm not looking for weapons. Just need to make sure that there's random bits of things. Let me just read this.
Oh,
Hmm.
that reminds me so well. Kuiper's looking that up. Rebecca, you here?
Yes.
If you want me to, just to make things a bit easier, because I don't know when you'll be able to get to Keep Retreat next, you want me to pay the £10 deposit for you tomorrow? Just to make sure that you got your name
Yeah,
down.
and then I'll give you the money next time I see you.
Alright.
Because
That way it just
Oh.
ensures that you've got your name on there for that.
Yeah. I want to bloody go. I want to go on the choo-choo train. That's the thing I'm most excited for.
Okay, so
Choo-choo.
this could be somewhat of a distraction. How much time do we have?
This could be somewhat of it. Turns around, shoots Mariah with it for to choo-choo.
I can ritual cast this, but only if you think we have time.
How long would that take?
About 10 minutes.
Hmm.
And I will be muttering things during the meantime of casting that.
Yeah, perhaps that is not the best plan
Okay.
then.
So, he's just gonna get out a bit of string and a bit of wood
Okay.
as part of the ritual, and he'll cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And he's gonna go, okay, go in there, go to one side, create a distraction, just cause some chaos. Here's a spell. It should be noted it can't make attacks, but if possible, I'd like it to like just harmlessly throw a bit of snow on stuff to like annoy them.
I am going to have to roll something, unfortunately.
That's fine. It is invisible as well.
This boy is
So
still
it can
asleep,
get to the side.
despite your mutterings. That boy is asleep still.
That's fine.
That's all
Well,
I need to roll for
I
that.
didn't do the 10. I didn't do the 10-minute thing, anyways.
Yeah, but it's still verbal components.
It is.
Because if you did the 10-minute thing, he would have rolled with advantage. Given it was just as it is, just one roll. So, your servant walks in, looks around. Of course, since it's invisible, peeps can't see it.
You'll probably try and go around this side-ish. Maybe one of the corners.
As he heads to here, he does see another one of those frozen ice pillars blocking a doorway.
Excuse me.
And as he sees that, he's going to pick up 2 chunks of ice. And he's just going to start banging on this giant ice pillar with these chunks of ice to create like a through the room. The trolls are going to make a wisdom check. Because, yeah, they've quite literally just seen 2 chunks of ice being picked up and being banged on something.
It's a ghost!
Yep, this one over here, near the chest, goes, bloody ghost over there! Starts charging. The other one just like kind of puts a hand out. It's like, yeah, that's not a ghost. It's just the magic of the castle. You know how these magics be. It's not a bloody ghost, though. Ghosts are talkative. Yeah, but that bloody shark weren't talkative, and they just start to bicker among themselves. And how does this bickering turn out? Well, one of them failed, so one of them takes a swing at the other one, which causes a troll infight.
Not what I was going for, but Mr. Kuiper, you are a master at your art.
Totally what I meant.
If we're lucky, the trolls will get the other 3 in on it.
The archer just like, I'm staying the fuck out of this, goes between the chests. This boy's like, I'm just gonna let these two blow off steam. This boy gets... Let's see. This boy's gonna make a dog... yeah. Dex save is what I meant to say. Dex check.
It just casually gets pulled in and used as a weapon.
No, he manages to get out of the way just in time before he's punched as well. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. You know what? I'll see about getting some help with this. He will walk over, pull out a key, unlock the door, and enter a long corridor. Interestingly enough, you don't hear another locking sound happen.
Question, is there a door that separates this hallway from that room?
No, there is not. There was a door, and then it kind of raised into the roof when you unlocked it.
This dude's right by the doorway, right?
He is.
As low as possible. Fucking trolls always fighting fucking idiots. Not even worth the time of the Ice Queen's army. Just kind of whispering it through the hallway, mostly through the doorway, hoping that the trolls can hear it.
Oh, you're trying to get the trolls hearing on this.
Mm-hmm. Because the dude's right by the doorway.
I see what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're going for. I'm picking up on this. They are going to make me perception checks with disadvantage, given they are currently beating the snot out of each other. So, one of them does not pay attention. This one down here looks over to the guy next to the door. You got something wise to say to me? Yep, and then gets a tooth punched out as the other troll decks him. Kind of stumbles a bit. And this guard is just like, what? I don't say anything.
I'm gonna command the servant to
Okay.
make it seem like the guard has thrown something at one of them. Should they go back to fighting?
So they are going to go back to fighting. The servant is going to take the long way around just to make sure. Goes right next to this guy, who watches as a rock is picked up from the ground. And given that this is you commanding the unseen servant, please make me a ranged attack. So basically your dex.
Okay.
With advantage, given that you have got 2 large targets basically to aim at. Okay. This wasn't going off their AC, by the way. I just need to make sure that it wasn't going to be like a little Atra, let's actually do this. Odds it's going to be the top one, evens it's going to be the one that just got it. It's the one that noticed it first. Gets a rock hit on him as he's just trying to recover. and looks over, and the guy's just looking at the ground where the rock came from, just scuffing at the ground with his foot. The bloody hell was... Wait. Stop fucking punching me for a moment. This dick right here is trying to get in on this. This troll strides over. And, yeah, this is going to be a whole shit show. That versus... His highest is a +3 for this. Gets grabbed by what this troll and just put between them. It's like, you want to show how tough you are? How about you join in on this? And now...
Oh God, this poor dude. I wouldn't feel bad if he was a troll, but I kind of feel bad for him now. I just was thinking he would go over and sock him, not that they were gonna fucking. Oh God.
What's the archer going to do with this? The archer is going to just make a wisdom save. This is beyond my pay grade. It also goes down the corridor.
He said, fuck this shit and that guy.
Fuck that guy in particular.
He ate my lunch earlier today. He can just...
This has taught that guard a valuable lesson.
Now's our chance.
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Everyone go ahead.
Everybody go.
I'm checking one of the chests.
I'm also checking one of the chests.
Fright is not taking the time to check the chests in case the trolls get bored with their new chew toy. He's going straight for the door.
Yeah, Alekxander will shoot through here. He would rather trust him being quick enough to not be seen than not being seen to not be seen.
So you two are just rushing through. Kuiper's checking one of the chests. Potoo and Mariah?
Potoo's gonna check the other chest.
Okay, Mariah?
Also, if you want me to roll a stealth, I will gladly do so.
I'm going to need those who are decided to check chests to roll stealths.
Oh no.
Those that aren't are going to just rushing for the door. You're fine. Mariah, are you rushing for the door or checking the chest? I think she went AFK to hamster.
Probably dealing with hamster.
Hello. No, I'm here.
Hamster.
I had to get my phone charged because my phone's about to run out of charge.
That is fair. Also, are you checking chests or are you just running on straight ahead with everyone else?
Chest.
Okay. Make me a stealth check, please.
No.
Okay. So, they won't check against those that run just straight into the corridor. But they are going to roll with disadvantage. Not the guy himself, just the trolls, mind you. The guy's kind of too preoccupied to see anything.
He's too bludgeoned.
His helmet's too caved in. But these guys are going to be rolling with disadvantage given this has now just turned into an all-out three-way brawl. Or rather 2.5 at this point.
2 1/4.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh man.
Yeah, they both... Potoo, you're fine. But they do just slowly turn around to see the two Yordles.
Oh, shit.
Can I make a quick grab at one item in the chest?
You're going for a quick dip and run?
Yeah, he will take a total of one item, and if he has line of sight to the door, teleport to hopefully out of their sight line, so they're just kind of like, huh?
What are you doing,
it was
Mariah?
the
Are you
That's
also
a
going
good question.
Are you also going to try for a dip and run?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay. This does mean that the quality of item you're getting from here isn't going to be as good as some of the other things. But you both will make it out at least with one item each. Given Kuiper's teleporting, Mariah, just make me a dex check. Let's just see how fast you run. And let's compare that to their dex, which is just a +1. Jesus. One of them kind of slips on the guy. The other one is racing towards you, Mariah. First of all, let's just roll to see what item you got, Mariah. Just in case it helps with this situation. You managed to pick up what seems to be a lantern. In fact, I think we've already had this item come up before. This is an ever-bright lantern. Essentially put, it sheds light comparable to that produced by a continual flame. Sheds a light in a 120-foot cone. Like, closest 60 foot is bright light, further 60 foot is dim light. So essentially, but you pull out something with light, which is probably why they spotted you.
Yeah.
And the one that passed is going to try and grapple you. So I'm going to need you, Mariah, to make me an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever is your highest.
Oh.
You have... How'd this work with meets beat? Is he meets beat
Attacker
you, or is
wins.
Yep. So, Kuiper, you teleport to the door, make it through. Just as Mariah's about to get through, you see this troll just pick her up.
Oh dear.
Oddly enough, they still haven't noticed Potoo going up the other chest.
I will give you this lantern back because you can have it.
Kuiper?
Yep.
I'm not going to do that because that's also shit, and I believe you've already got one. What?
More.
Oh, that's weird, but I'll take it. This seems to be a hat. But it does have a bit of a shimmer to it.
Well, no time to check.
Yep. Mariah. So you're
Yes.
trying to offer the troll something.
Yes, the lantern. I'll be like, you want
What
this
use
back?
do I have for a lantern? I can see in the dark, you little rat.
That's... Yeah, you can.
If you've got you got something better for me, or am I just gonna eat you?
I don't taste nice. Actually, I have some food.
Your
Do you
food?
want some food? I have some eggplants. They talk whilst you eat them. How cool is that?
Make me a persuasion with disadvantage, given
So
that
you're
these
gonna
guys
give them-
aren't really meat eaters. No, it's
What,
really plant eaters, sorry.
Thought you were gonna give him the death sandwich.
Oh, you could totally do that.
Like, I'll be like, I was saving this for myself, but persuasion.
With disadvantage, because these guys don't eat plants. I don't want any of your poncy plants. I eat meat.
Let me check if I've got any other food on me. God, you're so you don't like eggplants?
No, that's plants. It's got plant in its name.
I'm a plant.
The only other food I've got on me is a sandwich.
Alekxander, hold this.
That's it.
Alekxander holds this.
May I
He passes over
May
what
I-
is about to become a rope of climbing.
May I see
Any
the
messages?
sandwich?
Sure, if you want to. I can just eat the eggplants instead of the sandwich. I'll eat eggplants. Even though they're technically like my children in my hair, but...
He is going to fail to recognize what the sandwich is.
Does Mariah even know what the sandwich is? Or
I
does
do
she,
believe
because
Kuiper at least
Oh,
said something about it.
oh, because if Mariah didn't know, she was planning on eating it.
Let's just let that silence speak for itself, though.
Mariah's not smart all the time. She loves her food.
You know, I probably shouldn't do this, but after a good fight, I do need to do this. If one up Floyd goes, hey, what, mate? You can have the Ponzi plants, mate. I got this rat, therefore I get the sandwich. Get the sandwich first, and then I drops you.
Oh, okay. She hands over the sandwich.
He'll take the sandwich, look at you, look at the ground. You know what? Bit of funny alright here. Ground's kind of slippery, ain't it, mate? Yeah. Why? Watch this one go like a little puck. And he's going to slide you across the floor into the doors. Yeah, I'll switch it off when it's charged. Yeah, and that one.
Whee!
So,
Okay,
you
no
waiting
need.
you three waiting in the corridor. You're just waiting to hear the commotion from this. You just see the door just kind of slam open and Mariah just skid down the hallway. Potoo, since you're still in here with this, opening up this chest and not been seen, you watch this one quite literally just shove this sandwich into his gob. And he's going to have to make a con save. With disadvantage because the greedy shit downed it in 1. Which is a good job given that these guys have a con of +5.
Ooh.
And yet, both fails. As he eats it. You see him just kind of stagger and stumble a bit. And his face goes from a blue to a green. And he starts to gag and choke. The other troll's like, you're eating that too fast, mate. Here, if I can get it out of you, can I instead? And he's just slamming this one in like the back and the throat to try and get him to hack up this sandwich. I can't believe this is how this is going down, but at the same time, I did say I have creative ways for you to get out of certain combats, and I love it.
Not gonna lie, Potoo is making a mental note never to take a sandwich from Mariah.
Either way, let us see what Potoo gets. Also, I should probably open up the lantern and that thing in separate tabs so we know what they are.
Yeah. I'll check against that now if you want.
Yes, please. What did you roll?
24.
This is made of shift weave.
Yeah, they have disguise.
Yes and no. While wearing the clothing and it doesn't require attunement, up to 5 different outfits can be embedded into the cloth. While wearing this clothing, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to transform your outfit into a choice of one of the other designs contained within it. Regardless of
Fancy.
its appearance, the outfit can't be anything but clothing. Although it can duplicate the look of other magical clothing, it can't gain their magical properties.
What's it called?
Shift weave.
Yeah.
Essentially put, you can take on 5 different appearances with this. Well, clothing-wise.
Nice.
Game up in the roll for it, for that one. And given that you are taking your time, Potoo, given you have been allowed to, the fuck is that? And why is my eyes going? Like, I swear to God, it's either the brightness of the screen or of this map in general, or I've looked directly into a light somewhere. My eyes are just fucking with me.
Excuse me.
Try putting water on your eyes. That tends to help.
That's weird. I'm gonna say no to that item because it's not really useful. You've already had
Please,
one
no
of.
more weapons.
It wasn't a weapon. It was just mainly something for spellcasters. Stop giving me the thermal cube. They've already got a thermal cube. Okay.
Yay, they're okay.
Well, the warmth.
Okay, this works. I like this. You find an orb. It's a polished spherical chunk of crystal.
Now you may ponder the orb.
If you're a spellcaster, you can use it as a spellcasting focus, so I guess you could ponder the orb.
You want me to Arcana?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I swear to Jesus Christ, my eyes are just... I don't know what it is that I stirred into that as a light that bright, but my God.
That would be a 17.
This is an orb of shielding. If you are holding the orb when you take force damage, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d4 to a minimum of 0. Essentially,
Who
put,
likes that?
it'll help you block some damage from magic missiles.
It's another magic missile.
And the best part, oh, it does require attunement though.
Yeah.
So yes, that is what you find, and I'm guessing you sneak out?
If they're still distracted.
Oh yeah, no, they're trying to save this one troll from, choking and dying.
Mm.
So you are all now in this corridor. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass for the rest of the night, isn't it? Me, I like this. So you're all in this long corridor here.
Mhm.
I'd say that all but Mariah would be up this end because you were just on the other side of the door. Congrats, Mariah. You're down at the other end of the corridor.
Oh,
Also, I just realized none of you can see the fucking corridor because
no.
it's on the wrong layer. Send that shit to the map layer. I accidentally put it on the GM layer. There we go. Corridor. Since Mariah can see down, Mariah sees this. It seems to exit out into what looks like an empty cell.
An empty cell.
An empty cell.
Is there like anything that looks dodgy?
In the cell?
Yeah.
Make
Or just
me
a
a perception check if you would, please.
perception.
Oh my God, I had to look away from the screen. My eyes just fucking up that much. It's like, do you know when you've looked into a really bright light and it just gets like a really odd pattern in front
God
of your
damn it!
vision?
I have disadvantage still on.
It's fine. I just take the first roll if you have disadvantage because the first number would be what you rolled. 21.
What does it
It's
look
fine.
like? May I ask the
pattern or
Is it-
what are you seeing?
your eyes?
It's
the
like
way they are
lines
missing.
and hexagonal or such. It's just like weird. Doesn't even look like any pattern I've looked into. So I can't really explain what the
That
fuck
could
that is.
potentially be a migraine because that's what migraines do. That's what I get.
Are you getting the
If
rainbow
it slowly
vision?
but surely increases over time, it's a migraine.
If
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
migraine,
Synesthesia.
if it's a
Visual
migraine,
migraine club.
if it's a migraine, this will be my first ever fucking migraine.
Oh God, I violently threw up my first time because the headache was that bad.
I'm not having a headache. That's the weirdest part. It's just a visual
No,
thing.
it normally it starts with visual. Sometimes normally for me it comes into like the corners first, then it moves into the middle of my vision. Sometimes it goes straight into the middle of my vision. It will increase, go, and then you will get the most searing headache of your life.
Oh fuck! I wanted to play
hysterical.
Grounded later. Fuck's sake! Brain.
Taking away my fun times. Now I'll take away your entire
It's something to do with your blood supply to your brain decreasing, so it makes your vision go,
Have I not?
which is not a good thing.
Let's get it started now. Let's get it started.
Okay. Well, first things first, how long have we been recording?
I mean,
for,
if
just
it
in
makes you
case?
feel better, I
is
get them
5:05
and I don't get
my
them
time.
that bad.
I've just
You
realised.
might be fine.
I just realised I had a moment then where I like, I've only been recording for half an hour. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's because I had to split the video up into two because of the issue earlier.
Yeah.
Ow, Fritz.
Yeah, we've been recording
Sometimes
for
they're
a
really
long
bad,
time.
sometimes they're fine. I've had ones where I've lost my vision 3 times, and also, if you know about my mum at the airport, that was due to a migraine.
Yeah.
Her not being able to move one of her arms correctly.
So I'm going to say this, as much as it pains me to say. We're going to end it here for today.
Yeah.
Because if this is going to start building up, I don't want to be
Yeah.
running a game if this is going to get bad.
I think just take it on the precautionary side because it might not be, but just
Yeah.
in case.
Go rest.
Yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next
Bye.
time on the dark side of migrants.
Get out of here. Go. Go on.
That's a new name now.